Welcome to Codex Black, where forgotten shadows of history are dragged back into the light. Tonight, we unravel one of the most haunting and bizarre mysteries ever recorded, a story born in Brazil, but with disturbing parallels and ripple effects that reach straight into the heart of the United States. What you're about to hear isn't just strange. It's something else entirely. This is the lead masks case, and what happened on that hillside in 1966 may still be echoing today in ways no one expected. On August 20, 1966, the bodies of two men were discovered on the slopes of Morro do Vintém, a forested hill just outside Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Their names were Manuel Pereira da Cruz and Miguel Jos Viana. Both were electronic technicians from Campos dos Goitacazes, and both were found in immaculate suits, waterproof coats, and most chilling of all, wearing crude, homemade lead masks. These weren't full face masks. They were the type designed to cover only the eyes, like something used to shield against radiation or bright lights. Near the bodies were empty water bottles, a notebook with cryptic instructions, and a small package. The notebook read 4:30 p.m. at the determined place. 6:30 p.m. ingest capsules. After effect protect metals. Await signal mask. No one knew what any of it meant. The bodies showed no signs of trauma, no wounds, no struggle, and bizarrely no sign of poison, even though investigators believed the men had taken pills. But the pills were never found. There was no obvious cause of death, no robbery. Their money was untouched. No explanation. Nothing that fit any logical pattern. Local authorities were baffled, but as media attention grew, stranger theories started emerging. Some believed the men were part of a secret spiritual group, experimenting with contact from extraterrestrials. Others suggested a religious cult, or that the men had been lured into a mass delusion via scientific hoax. Still others claimed the involvement of Brazilian intelligence, secret technology, or even American operatives conducting off-the-books experiments on human subjects. And that's where the mystery turns global. A few months before their deaths, both men had reportedly been obsessing over constructing a device to receive what they called signals from beyond. They told family members they were working on something revolutionary, something that could pick up spiritual frequencies or even alien transmissions. Local witnesses said they often tested strange electronics late into the night, and that one of them had spoken of a test with great risks. As the story spread across borders, journalists in the U.S. began comparing the case to strange Cold War-era disappearances and psychological experiments happening on American soil. Some pointed toward MK Ultra, the infamous CIA mind control program active during that time, which involved hallucinogens, hypnosis, and manipulative psychological conditions. Could the lead masks case have been a rogue test exported to an unsuspecting foreign population? After all, these two men had no known history of drug use or psychological illness. Yet they reportedly traveled on a long bus journey with no return ticket, no concern for safety, and a vague plan to meet someone they never named. One theory gained popularity among conspiracy circles in both Brazil and the USA, that Manuel and Miguel were part of a much larger group, that they were testing a method to create altered states of consciousness strong enough to connect with non-human intelligence. Some believe they succeeded and paid the price. And then there's the connection to the Flatwoods monster case in the USA in 1952, where witnesses described a being with glowing eyes and a suit-like body surrounded by toxic mist. Survivors suffered nausea, burning sensations, and even temporary blindness. Sound familiar? In both cases, there were reports of strange light phenomena in the skies. In the weeks leading up to the lead masks incident, multiple locals near the Morro do Vintém Hill described lights hovering above the forest at night, silent, stationary, then vanishing in an instant. Just as in Flatwoods, the presence of light illness, and mystery all converged. Was it a coincidence or a hidden pattern? Then came a second wave of whispers, claims that American military intelligence was monitoring the case. A Brazilian news outlet allegedly received a tip that U.S. agents had requested access to the crime scene under the guise of scientific research. What interest would America have in two dead technicians in Brazil, unless those technicians stumbled onto something much bigger? Another terrifying detail? Both men were reportedly carrying large sums of money the day they disappeared. That money was never found. Was someone else there with them? Did they ingest something that didn't kill them, but incapacitated them long enough for someone to intervene? Their waterproof coats and metal masks suggest they were expecting a reaction, either a flash, a burst of radiation, or something visible only under specific conditions. Some theorists believe they were trying to see something, perhaps a dimensional being, or a signal that required shielding from human eyes. It may sound like science fiction, but the lead masks weren't symbolic. They were very real. They had been carefully cut, measured, and fitted. These were not casual costumes. They were preparation, protection, possibly from something not of this world. The investigation closed without a single definitive answer. Police called it a mystery death, citing heart failure possibly brought on by toxic substances. But no toxins were found. No answers, just silence. Years later, similar cases popped up in the US. Individuals found dead in strange positions, sometimes with radiation burns, sometimes with cryptic notes, sometimes with no cause of death at all. All of them were dismissed quietly, and the name lead masks became a term whispered in conspiracy circles, linking government experiments, alien contact, psychic experiments, and fringe science into one swirling theory of the unexplained. Whether it was science, madness, or something entirely unknown, the lead masks case remains unsolved to this day, but its ripples have spread far beyond Brazil, to strange disappearances in the Arizona desert, to files buried deep in CIA vaults, to strange radio frequencies picked up in Colorado that match the signals described by Manuel and Miguel. The men may be long gone, but whatever they were trying to contact might still be listening. The case of the lead masks is more than just two dead bodies on a hill. It's a window into the dangerous curiosity that drives us toward the unknown. Were they victims of a hoax or explorers of a dimension we've yet to understand? The truth remains hidden, masked, just like their eyes. If you found this mystery chilling, don't forget to like, comment your theory below, and subscribe to Codex Black for more stories the world isn't ready to explain. Until next time, stay curious and stay in the shadows.